for another video. Today we are going to be doing something so fun. It's finally Christmas. Christmas is finally here. It's December. The tree is up. We're making cookies. We're getting in the holiday spirit. And what better way to get in the holiday spirit than to go gift shopping? Okay, listen. One of my love languages is gift giving. Like, I love giving people gifts. It's my favorite thing to do in the world. It's to like buy gifts for other people. And I am kind of a shopaholic, so like Christmas is really my downfall. Like, I'm a shopaholic for myself, for other people. Like, if you're anything like me, you don't have hundreds of dollars to spend on multiple gifts. And so you really have to budget during the holiday season, which brought me to this video idea. So today we are going to be doing a gift guide for readers, a bookish gift guide, if you will. So I have curated a list of affordable gift ideas. A lot of these gifts, the most expensive gift on this list is $150. So everything on this list is $150 or less, but majority of the gifts are $35 or less. So if you're looking for some affordable gift ideas, this video is for you, for the reader in your life. So the first gift idea is obviously gonna be just books for the person in your life who likes to read. So definitely you can figure out kind of what kind of books they enjoy reading, romance, fantasy, whatever it may be, and pick out a book or two for them. Books can range anywhere from $10 to $20, $30, just depending on what type of book you're getting. Usually paperbacks are cheaper than hardcovers, so if you are looking to save a couple dollars, definitely go for the paperback version of whatever book it is you're wanting to get. And yeah, that's really it. There's not much to say about this one. It's really simple, really basic, a solid gift for a reader in your life. Okay, next is gonna be bookish art prints. This one, a lot of these gifts you can find on Etsy, including art prints. This one you can do it two different ways. Especially if you do it on Etsy, you can buy a digital art print and then go and get it printed out yourself somewhere, and you can choose the sizing and everything like that and customize it to how you want it to be. Or you can buy an actual art print from somebody, like a physical art print from somebody on Etsy, and do it that way. Usually the downloadable art prints are anywhere from like $3 to $5, but keep in mind that you do have to go print it out somewhere, so that might cost maybe, like, just depending on how big you're wanting it, $10, $15, $20. You can get it poster size, and there's so many different styles and ways to go about doing the art prints. So definitely make sure you know kind of like the style and like mood that your person likes, so you can buy those art prints like based off what they like. And you can also frame it for them if you want, or you can just give it to them rolled up, put a little bow on it, put a little ribbon on it, and call it good. Next is gonna be book sleeves. This one I love so much. Book sleeves protect your books for whenever you're reading, carrying them around, whatever. And there's so many different styles and textures you can go for. You can go for crochet, you can go for fabric. There's so many different designs you can choose from. And what reader doesn't want something that's going to protect their books? These are also pretty cheap, and like I said, there's just so much to choose from. A lot of these gifts would be best to find on Etsy or Amazon, something of that sort. And like for a lot of these gifts, you can get multiples of them because they're so cheap. So like book sleeves, you can do a lot with those. Next is going to be tote bags. I love a good tote bag. Again, so many different styles and like just textures. And I'll show you what I mean by textures here in a minute, but there's so many shapes, textures, designs. You can do a bookish one, or you can do a plain one. You can probably find the more bookish looking tote bags on Etsy that have like bookish designs, that have something to do with a favorite book that they have, like a quote on it, something, a picture or something. Or you can go for a tote bag that's like a different texture. I have this tote bag right here. It's like puffer texture, and the shape is pretty unique. It's kind of like more like a U shape, but you can go for like square shape, rectangle shape. Like there's a good amount of shapes that you can choose from when you're choosing a tote bag. But I love carrying my books around in these. It's not very functional for like putting like actual stuff you need in there for like you like, but this would be like a tote bag would be a great thing to get a reader for when they go to the bookstore, they're picking out books and they have a better way of transporting them in a bigger bag without them getting like beat up and everything like that. And if they have book sleeves, they can put them in the book sleeve and then put them in here, and then they're double protected. A lot of these gifts on the list are very like combinable and double as like 2 presents. So if you wanted to get a book sleeve and a tote bag for the reader in your life, I think that's a pretty solid gift. My arm just got really tired from holding that up. Oh, well, I'm going to combine these next 2 gifts because I feel like they kind of go hand in hand. A lot of readers that I know and a lot of readers in general love to set kind of like a cozy vibe whenever they sit down to read their books. And so I also have on this list Bookish candles and wine. Bookish candles, again, you can find on Etsy. You can either do a regular candle, and what I mean by Bookish candle is like it has like a specific scent having to do with like books, pertaining to books, or it has, some of them have like bookish quotes on them, or like vocab words having to do with books and reading on them, like different stuff like that. But Bookish candles and wine both set the cozy mood for a lot of readers for when they sit down to read their books. So that could be a really nice, simple gift for your reader. And like I said, you can gift them together and just put a little ribbon on each of them, something like that. Just make it little cutesy wootsy bootsy pookie poo. Next is gonna be bookmarks. There's a couple of different ways you can go about doing bookmarks. If you are a DIY girly or a DIY boy, like, you can definitely do DIY bookmarks. I'm sure there's lots of tutorials out there on how to make your own bookmarks. I've done them before in school. Like, they're super cute, super fun, and they're just really personable. Like, it's such an intimate gift to give somebody, your person, your friend, significant other, whoever. When they sit down to read, they get to use something that you made them, and that's just so like cute and just makes my heart happy, and they'll think of you every time that they're reading, and it's just such a cute thing. Like I said, there's a bunch of like easy tutorials out there that you can look up if you want to try DIYing your own bookmarks. If not, there are always really good bookmarks on Etsy for not a lot of dollars. I sound like a commercial, for not a lot of dollars. And there's so many, again, different textures, styles, designs to choose from. You can get multiple of them and it won't break your bank. So yeah, whether you're DIYing them or buying them, it's a solid gift. Okay, next is gonna be annotating supplies. Whether or not your person likes to annotate or has been annotating, you can get annotating supplies, ballpoint pens, sticky notes. You can either get the little sticky note tabs or the big sticky notes. I would honestly recommend getting both, just because if they want to write if they don't like writing on their pages, they can use the big sticky notes to stick onto the pages instead of having to write in the actual pages. And then the little tabs just to mark things here and there. And then highlighters. And then you can also, if you would like, do a journal instead, a reading journal. Just get just like a random little cute journal for them to journal in instead if they don't like annotating. Either one could work, just depending on who your person is and what they like. And when it comes to like the sticky notes and the tabs and the highlighters, there's so many different things you can do, especially if you order them on Amazon. Like, there's so many colors to choose from. Like, you can choose what your person likes specifically. If they like light colors, you can get pastels. If they like dark colors, you can get like more of the, what is it? I'm gonna call them academia colors, because academia colors are just dark colors. But yeah, there's so many different ways you can do it. And like I said, just get them. If they already do annotate, you can get them more of the annotating supplies they already have. It's all a pretty reasonable price. So that's another one to choose from. Next is going to be mugs. Mugs are a pretty simple one, but you can honestly really jazz it up. Again, there's bookish mugs all over Etsy with quotes, designs, all of that you can choose from. And like I said, if your person likes a specific type of drink, you can also get that to go along with it, like a bag of coffee or some, what are they called? the Keurig pods or the Nespresso pods. You could get tea bags and stick them in there. Maybe get like a favorite snack or something to put in there. A little handwritten note. Like there's so many ways you can jazz up the simplest gifts, and like in my personal opinion, that's so much better than any expensive gift you can get, because the person that is giving it to you took the time to personalize it and make it customizable to you, and that's just so much better than like any expensive gift you could get somebody. And then the next one is going to be a book light. I used to have one of these when I was little. If your person likes reading at night, or like say it's like your significant other, or like the person that you're buying this for lives in a dorm room with somebody else and likes to read, it would be a really, really good gift to get them a book light, so that way they can read without disturbing the other person that's in the room with them. Like I said, I used to have one when I was little because I used to share a room with my sister, and I used to read like all throughout the night, like hours and hours and hours, and my parents got tired of like me and my sister arguing about that, and so they went and they got me a book light that clipped onto the covers of my books, and so that I could read late at night without disturbing my sister. So if you have a significant other who likes to read at night, or like somebody, a friend or a sibling who lives in a dorm room with somebody else and they like to read, a book light could be a really, really good gift for them. Now we are getting into the more kind of expensive gifts. These gifts can range anywhere from like $20 to $50. Hello. A lot of these gifts can range anywhere from $20 to $50, but I want to say most of them are around $35 or less. Sir, I need you to sit down. Thank you, because I'm trying to film a video. The first one is going to be a customized embosser. If your person has an at-home library type of situation going on, I guarantee you, I want one of these so bad. I guarantee you they're gonna love this gift, okay? Like imagine having your own at-home library and you can literally emboss your own books, your own collector's items, your own special editions with your own embosser with your name on it. Like, that is so great. Like, this is such a solid gift, and they're not too expensive, so I definitely recommend that one if you are looking to spend, or if you don't mind spending a little bit more money, because it's such a special and personal gift in my opinion. Okay, next is collector's editions or special editions of the reader in your life's favorite book. Reading for a lot of people is not just about reading, it's a hobby. Like, you collect and you keep these things for years and years and years to come, and so having a special edition or a collector's item of your favorite book gifted to you is like so special to me. Like, I would die if somebody gifted me a collector's edition of ACOTAR or Archer's Voice, or just like one of my favorite books in general. So like, just ask what your reader's favorite book is. If you don't know, I promise you they won't be suspicious. If you're just like, hey, like I'm looking for something to read, maybe like I'm thinking about getting into reading, what's your favorite book? I guarantee you they won't think anything of it. So just ask them what their favorite book is, and then get them a collector's edition or a special edition of their book. Not all books have special editions or collector's editions, so if their favorite book happens to not have a collector's edition or a special edition, you can also do a quick Google search and see if there's any alternate covers to their favorite book and do it that way also. So that's like a little alternative if there's no special editions or collector's editions of their favorite book. Okay, next is going to be bookends. This could be good for someone in your life who doesn't have like a bookshelf or anything, but keeps their books on a hard surface of some sort in their home somewhere. You could get them bookends, so then it's kind of like an alternative to having a bookshelf. And again, there's so many like different styles and designs for bookends, and you can just customize it to your person. Okay, next is going to be bath trays. These can be on the more expensive side or they can be on the cheaper side, just depending on which one you get. But if your reader loves to take baths, I highly suggest getting them a bath tray so they can read in the bath. Especially get one of those ones with like the little cup holder thing so they can have some wine in the bath and read. And you could also, if you wanted to, kick it up a notch, get them a bottle of wine, or you could get them one of those bath pillows to go behind them for when they're reading, and just up their bath reading time experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, it's such a solid gift and like doesn't break the bank, and it's just, to me, so thoughtful. Like, oh, like I remember you said you like taking baths, so I got you a bath tray so you can read in the bath at the same time. Like, is that not the cutest little, most thoughtful gift ever? I am obsessed with the next thing on this list. Like, I want one myself so freaking bad. Like, they're so cute, they're so customizable and like personalized, and I want one so bad. I want one so bad, guys. So next on this list is going to be buildable book nook dioramas. They're so freaking cute, and this is perfect for the reader in your life, especially if they like other things, kind of like building Legos or just building things in general, or just like arts and crafts. It's like kind of like combining two hobbies into one. Person can build it and then set it on their bookshelf, and then they'll just have it for the rest of their life, and it's just so freaking cute. And there's so, like I said, so many different ones to choose from. I saw a Harry Potter one on Pinterest and I almost literally died. Because I want it so bad. But there's so many to choose from. There's so many different aesthetics that you can go for. So if your person has a certain aesthetic for their bookshelf or just in general, you can go based off that, and just, it's so cute and I love it. And I hope you get your reader a book nook diorama because I want one so bad. Next is going to be a TBR cart. This really just depends on where you get it from. I know most readers get their TBR cart. It's the same one, just different colors. But most readers that I've seen, at least on the internet and friends and everything, get their TBR cart from Target. It's a 3-tier. It's just a regular 3-tier cart. A lot of people have a physical TBR list, and so that's where they keep them, so they can just pick them out as they go and separate them and know which ones they've read and which ones they haven't. So if your reader doesn't have like any sort of bookshelf or anything, this would be an especially good gift. Because it's somewhere that they could at least keep some of their books some of the time, and it doesn't take up too much space. Okay, next is going to be book merch. I am absolutely obsessed with book merch. Again, Etsy is the place to go for book merch. I personally like Threaded by Sabrina. That is a really, really good shop and has a lot of popular books that are made into book merch for sale. I think it's a super cute gift, and it's something that can last for a really long time since it is clothing. Book merch is definitely a big one. I see a lot of readers repping their favorite books or their favorite characters. And like I said, you can make it more personable by buying book merch having to do with their favorite books or their favorite series or their favorite characters. Okay, next, I forgot to also mention it earlier in the video. This one that I forgot to mention, this gift is Bookish stickers. This can also kind of be lumped in with like the mugs. If you want to put like stuff in the mugs, you could do Bookish stickers, stick them in the mugs along with the tea bags, the Bookish mug, whatever, like whatever you want to do. But there's, again, so many different stickers to choose from, and they're literally like a couple dollars each, not even that. And like depending on where you buy it from, again, Etsy is the place to go. There's so many different ones, and you can buy the Bookish stickers and your person can stick them on the back of their Kindle if they have a Kindle. If they want to stick it on the side of their bookshelves or on their bookshelf somewhere, they can. Whatever they want to do with them. The last gift that's kind of kind of more on the expensive side just because it's a recurring expense is book subscriptions. There's so many different ones to choose from. You could do book of the month, which is $30 a month. You get, I believe it's 2 physical books every month for $30 a month. Or you could do Audible. Audible is audiobooks. Or you could do Kindle Unlimited if your reader has a Kindle. Like I said, this one is on the more expensive side just because it's a recurring expense. But if you would like, another way, an alternative way you could do it is you could buy your person or your reader a couple months worth of that subscription, and then they can decide for themselves after that if they'd like to continue the subscription themselves. So that way you are still buying them a gift, but it's not going to be a recurring expense over a long period of time. So again, it really just depends on what your reader prefers. If they prefer physical books, I'd go with book of the month. If they prefer audiobooks, I'd go with audio. If they have a Kindle, I'd go with Kindle Unlimited. And now we're on to the most expensive gifts of this list. The first one is going to be bookshelves. If your person or your reader doesn't have any bookshelves, that is like one of the best gifts you can probably get them, is bookshelves, a place to store their books. Again, this can range honestly anywhere from like $35 all the way up to $200, $150, just depending on what kind of bookshelves you get. Amazon is a really good place to look. I know Target has bookshelves for $35, $50. Me personally though, I wouldn't mind spending the extra dollars if I'm gonna buy bookshelves to get quality bookshelves that are gonna last them and that aren't gonna have to be replaced after a shorter period of time. So that's why I put it on the more expensive side of this list, because if you're gonna get somebody a bookshelf, I think it should be a quality bookshelf that's gonna last them. So I would spend the extra couple dollars if I was gonna get them a bookshelf. Next is going to be a book bouquet, and the only reason I put this as more on the expensive side is because you're buying multiple books at one time. I would say I would buy about, if you're gonna do a book bouquet, I would buy about 5 books for the bouquet, which adds up pretty quickly, probably to around like, I don't know, like $100 for 5 books, depending on where you go. There are places you can get them cheaper. You could order them online. They're usually cheaper online. However you really want to do it. If you're a DIY person, there's a lot of tutorials that you can find on the internet. There's so many people, so many boyfriends of readers who have posted on TikTok making their girlfriends book bouquets or just their significant other a book bouquet. So there's definitely tutorials out there that you can watch if you are interested in making your friend, significant other, whoever, a book bouquet. And I think it's so cute because again, you can customize it so much. And then if you're not really a DIY person, I don't know, I haven't checked myself, but I'm sure if you looked hard enough, there probably is someone out there who will make a book bouquet for you and you can pay them. Or like someone in your family, maybe you could pay someone in your family who is a DIY person to make it for you. However you want to do it, it's up to you. But that is again just such a personal and intimate gift to me, and I think it's so much better than any like super expensive gift that you can buy them just because you're putting so much thought into it. Okay, and the last thing is going to be a Kindle. I got my Kindle Paperwhite for $150. I believe it has 16 gigabytes on it. The more gigabytes you get, the more expensive that the Kindle is. But I got the 16 gigabyte Kindle Paperwhite for $150. There's a bunch of different variations of Kindles that you can get. I believe the Kindle Paperwhite right now is the most popular. It's the most recent version of the Kindle. And again, if you want to, you can group this with the book subscription idea and buy the person like a certain amount of months worth of Kindle Unlimited. But I know for a fact that if you buy a Kindle, they do give you 3 months of Kindle Unlimited for free. So that's like 2 gifts in one. I don't know if that's like a promotion that is temporary. I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure if you buy a Kindle, you get 3 months worth of Kindle Unlimited for free. That's like 2 gifts in one. And then, like I said, if you want to, you can also buy some accessories. Again, a lot of these gifts on this guide are like so like interchangeable and like combinable. And I think that's part of the reason that it's such a good list, is because you can do multiple things at once for not a lot of dollars. Those are all the things I have for you on my list today. Hopefully you found a couple gift ideas that suit you and your person or the reader in your life and your budget most of all. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys next. Bye.